we all know this particular frame, the moment history was created. 30 years ago, 30 years and 1 month ago, on January 1993, West Indies had won by 1 run against Australia in Adelaide, and it was a pulsating match. This match in 2023 February set the cornerstone for New Zealand's resilience. Neil Wagner getting a ball down the leg side, Anderson tickled it, Tom Blundell taking a catch, and by the barest of margins, New Zealand had won a test against England by 1 run. And it continued New Zealand's dominance against England at home. Remember, England last won a series in New Zealand in 2008. Now, 15 years on, their quest still remains unfulfilled rather. Now, prior to 74.2, when the wicket happened, there was actually a very, very controversial moment that got sidelined under New Zealand's glory. It was this particular moment. 74.1, Neil Wagner had bowled a bouncer to James Anderson, but Anderson let it go because the ball was significantly high and he just flinched slightly, just about flinched. And after that, he had a look at the umpire, and to his shock and horror, nothing happened. Because 74.1, Wagner had bowled a short ball that was close to a wide, but square leg umpire Rod Tucker did not give it out. Had that run been given, had that wide been given, the test match would have been a tie. We would have seen the third tied test match in history, one not involving Australia. West Indies versus Australia 1960, India versus Australia 1986, and maybe 37 years later, you would have seen New Zealand versus England tied. But that wide was not given. And that raised the speculation, and this is in a broader context, because had that wide been given, it would have been a tie. Although England had lost it in the very first session of the day because there was a needless run out, Ben Stokes and Joe Root falling to very poor shots, and England had to play catch up. Even Ben Foakes stoppaging a pull shot from Tim Southee. And that is the main reason. Runs were saved. Matt Henry, in one of the overs that was bowled prior to this, he saved a crucial run at mid-off. All that contributed to this 1 run epic by New Zealand. But the wide call, looking at the position Anderson is in, that was a rather harsh call, because he did not duck totally. He did not sway out of the line. He just stood there at normal height. It went over. New Zealand luckily had the rub going their way. The rub of the green was going their way, and that is why they did not concede that wide. So, what happened? We all know, 1 run win, only the second 1 run win in Test history, and England's quest remains unfulfilled for 15 years. But what does the rule say about the wide? According to the MCC playing conditions that are there, Rule 22.12, it states the ball passes wide of where the striker is standing or has stood at any point after the ball came into play for that delivery. Okay? But this is the crucial point. Ball would have passed wide of the striker standing in a normal batting position. Was this Anderson's normal batting position? Yes, it was. Because he just had flinched slightly. This leg was slightly up. But that does not mean he ducked or he swayed out of the line. In fact, it was strictly, it should have been given a wide. But unfortunately, England did not get the luck going their way. And that is why, according to Rule 22.1.2, they actually missed the test match being tied. So, taking nothing away from New Zealand, let us be very clear about it. This kind of topic actually gets suppressed because of the way how New Zealand managed to win. Because let us make one thing very clear here. We are not trying to demean New Zealand's win, or that they did not deserve to win. On the contrary, they deserved to win. Imagine following on, and only 4 times, thrice prior to this has a team won by following on. 3 involving Australia. This is the first time not involving Australia at all. So England were hard done 1 run by the barest of margins. And imagine, this had come on Ian Smith's birthday. The man who coined that barest of margins, by the barest of margins in the 2019 World Cup final. Who can forget that? England and New Zealand have often given us thrillers in the past. In 1997, there was a tied ODI in Napier. The 2019 World Cup final, there was a T20 match which was tied. And now this one. All across formats, New Zealand versus England always comes up to be a thriller. In the past, England had gotten the better of New Zealand in thrillers. Now it's happened with New Zealand. And in that list of thrilling encounters in 2008, same venue, 341 chase, the match was tied. That's how epic England versus New Zealand contests are. It's a shame that this series is not part of the World Test Championship cycle, because had it been, it was a stunning series to say the least. Congratulations to New Zealand, but at the same time, that wide call, the umpires probably wilted under pressure at the Basin Reserve. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.